Welcome back, racing fans, for the final edition of the inaugural season of the East Coast Formula One Championship. We are here in Montreal, Canada, for the Canadian Grand Prix at Circuit Gilles Villeneuve, a very classic circuit here in Formula One with a classic name to it. Looks like we got a Renault first out on track, ready to get the final session of qualifying underway. On board right now with Caesar in the Ferrari, ready to start his first outlap of the session. Get my settings figured out here. Alright, Snooker was first out for the Renault, as we'll hang out in pit row for a minute here. You can see a few more cars exiting the pit lane, another Ferrari headed out. Dan King on an outlap. Monkey Mafia, the second half to the Constructors' Championship team this year of Red Bull Racing, is also on an outlap. You can see his Red Bull there. We'll hop on board with him. His teammate Smith Pell, the first drivers' champion here of the East Coast Formula One Championship. Still in the pits, getting his setups figured out, getting ready to go. And we're on board as Snooker comes through by the wall of champions there. Ready to start his first lap here in Montreal. On the brakes, gets a good line through turn one. This is a tricky corner to get the power, but he does it quite well as he comes in through this downward right left-hander. Circuit Gilles Villeneuve is a quick track, a very technical one. It's very easy to exceed track limits on a couple of these chicanes, so it will be interesting to see what happens in qualifying here. Oh, he gets pretty much on the line, right on the limit there. Does quite well, Snooker. You can see he's setting purple sector times. He is the first on a hot lap, so that can change very quickly. As he comes out of the hairpin, down the back straight, DRS, that wing open, and flying. We'll hop on board as he heads into the wall of champions here. This has claimed many drivers throughout the years. Does it flawlessly, DRS again. And this will be the time to be with a 1:11.061. The next across the line is the Ferrari of Caesar. Very good section as well. He may just set the fastest time, and he does with a 1:10.715. We got a couple more cars coming across the line. I don't know if it's fast enough for me to catch up. Alright, we got Guitar Man about to set a lap for Mercedes, 1:10.984. We got Labatt's with a 1:11.504, good enough for P6. We got a Red Bull coming across the line. That'll be Monkey Mafia. Nope, he dives into the pits along with a few other cars. Alright, Guitar Maniac. Ooh, and he sets the fastest time on the mediums nonetheless with a 1:09.953. The Williams flying here in Canada, which we have seen in the past. Looks like we got a Ferrari coming around. That is Caesar. He's on an in lap. You can see 7 seconds up on his time. There's another Williams back there. He's warming up his tires, getting ready for another hot lap. Fan favorite Renan diving into the pits. He will swap his tires out, maybe. It's hard to say. He took one lap, didn't like it, obviously. And that's the end of that. Unholy Red Eye diving into the pits as well. We got a Mercedes coming. I'm not sure if he's going to take... No, he does not. I think we got Smith Pell coming, though. Oh, and also invalidated. He'll abandon that lap. We got a Williams coming. That's Guitar Maniac. Improves his time, 109.836. He's about 1/10 up on his previous lap. The big guy, Raimai, on his first hot lap here, will hang on board with the AlphaTauri. The McLaren of Asylum just starting his first hot lap here. You can see another Mercedes coming across the line. That'll be Niru starting his first hot lap. Raimai setting a purple sector 1. He's moving. Let's see if he can hang on to that pace. Exceptional. Just slinging the AlphaTauri here on the track. The Red Bull sister team as he comes into the big hairpin here in front of the crowd. Gets on the gas. Into the back straight there. Wing open for DRS. Get a little bit of extra speed. And let's see what he can do here as he comes across the line. Through the wall of champions. Makes it clean. Good enough for P9 with a 112.235. Lost a little bit of time in those later sectors, but overall a very good lap from Raimai. Alright, an Asylum comes across the line for McLaren. Good enough for P3, 110.255 on the soft compound tire. It was Raimai's teammate Dissection comes through the first sector there, and they nearly touch. We got a few slower cars on track right now. Soy Loco starting his first hot lap here, or not his first, but his first on the medium, this new set of mediums for the Ferrari. You can see a Racing Point coming along. That'll be Detail starting his first hot lap with a Red Bull on chase. That'll be Monkey Mafia on an out lap. And an Alfa Romeo just come across the line as well. That'll be Kaz starting his hot lap. We got a Renault coming across. Does not improve. There's a lot of cars coming across the line here. Fox setting the fourth fastest time with a 110.300. As Monkey Mafia, I believe, is coming. Oh no, that was Smith Pell. Sorry, starting his first hot lap there. Dissection will hop on board. Fifth fastest with a 110.603. Labatt starting his next hot lap here. You can see a McLaren coming down that back straight. I better hop on board with him. That'll be Reenan, the crowd favorite. Bit of a lockup there through that final chicane. So he'll need to take another trip around. I can see a Ferrari coming around. That'll be Soy Loco. He'll improve his time up to P3 with a 110.023 on the medium compound tire. And we got Detail on his first hot lap. Will hop on board. Good enough. Fastest time of the session by a little over 2/10. Detail in the Racing Point with a 109.597. That is the time to beat. You can see a Mercedes coming across the line. He'll improve up to P10 with a 110.742. Smith Pell, the reigning champion, with a 109.583. The driver's champion, setting the fastest time here so far in qualifying, beating Detail by 100th of a second. Niru just starting his next hot lap here. Oh, and he invalidates in the first corner. He'll have to take a slow trip around the track there, not eat up those softs. Guitar Maniac starting another hot lap here for Williams. Almost invalidating, but he hangs on to it. Red Bull diving into the pits. Looks like we got an Alfa Romeo also diving into the pits. Unholy Red Eye is on an out lap coming around the final hairpin there. I do see a Red Bull and he'll dive into the pits. We got a Mercedes coming. That's Guitar Man. He did invalidate. Hop on board. I think he is out of fuel, unfortunately. You can see another racing point there, and Holy Red Eye details teammate just starting his next hot lap here. 7 minutes remaining in qualifying here in Montreal. What can Nero do? He will need another trip around the track. I thought he was on a hot lap, sorry. Oh, and Guitar Maniac improves his time, goes up from P3 to P1 with a 109.140, 4/10 faster than Smith Pell. That is the time to beat. Smith Pell obviously working towards a tire strategy. He was on the mediums. Guitar Maniac on the softs, a little bit quicker compound. Manages to take provisional pole. We got Dan King coming around the corner of champions. Or sorry, by the wall of champions, starting his next hot lap here. He's currently sitting in P16. He'll be looking to improve there. I can see a Renault coming around. That is Snooker starting his next hot lap here. He's currently sitting P14 with a 111.061. He'll definitely be looking to bump himself up from there. Got a Ferrari off track. I don't know if that was a spin or he's just getting out of the way. Alright, Guitar Man invalidated, so he'll need another trip around. I missed who bumped up. I think that was Niru. Niru bumping up into P5 with a 109.875. You can see a Ferrari coming. A couple of Ferraris on their outlaps there. As Soy Loco gets... Oh, and he invalidates in turn 1. Majorly unfortunate. You can see... Who else do we got? We got Dissection. He's starting in... We got cars all over the place here. As they bail on their laps here and let the guys on their hot laps by. It's a tricky track. There's some kind of hidden corners. And it's easy to come up on another car faster than one might think. Snooker will need another trip around. He's definitely looking to get out of P15. You can see a racing point there on Holy Red Eye. Also invalidated. He'll dive into the pits. Maybe for a new set of tires, it's hard to say how many more laps these guys will put in. Reenan in the McLaren takes all the curb that you can. Gets on the power. He's going to set a good time. Bumps himself up into P5 with a 109.872. Good enough for P5 in the McLaren. Couple guys coming across the line now. See a Ferrari down there. That'll be Caesar. He won't improve on his time. He's about a second and a half back. Dissection invalidated late in his lap, I'm thinking, so his lap won't count. Labatt's coming around the final chicane onto the pit straight, looking to set another lap here on those soft tires. Looks like Reenan, oh, he invalidated as well, so he will not set a lap time. Who else do we got? A ton of invalidated laps here. I don't know if guys are doing that intentionally or if that is just another proven point to the easily exceeded track limits here at Circuit Gilles Villeneuve. You can see an AlphaTauri coming around the final. Oh, and it's Dissection. He was invalidated. He was up on his time, so hopefully he didn't take too much out of those tires and he can improve from where he was before. His teammate Raimai coming around the final, or coming through the final chicane to set another hot lap here for Red Bull's sister team. Labatt's is on a flyer. He's currently 1/10 up on his time. Ooh, gets a little slippery there. He will improve. He moves from P10 to P8 with a 110.050. We're getting near the end of qualifying. I can see an Alfa Romeo of Dan King starting his next hot lap. Tons of tires being chewed up here in Montreal. We'll see what happens. Looks like we got a Williams coming. I'm all over the place. That's Guitar Maniac. He's looking to possibly improve that gap that he has on pole position right now. Let's see if he can't be any faster than Smith Pell. Niru just coming through the final chicane, ready to start his next flying lap. We got Raimai down there. He's 4/10 up on his time. He does improve his time, but he does not improve his position, unfortunately. Currently sitting in P17. Snooker on an out, yeah, he is on an out lap, sorry, starting his hot lap, as is Guitar Man for Mercedes. We got an Alfa Romeo here, Dan King, 6/10 up on his time, P18. He will not move up. That was a big jump on his lap time, but he does not move up. Guitar Maniac moving up even further with a 109.001, almost a 109 flat. Unholy Red Eye setting a very good lap for Racing Point with a 109.270, good enough for a provisional P2. 1 minute remaining here in the qualifying session here in Montreal. Niru in the Mercedes, 3/10 up. He'll bump up quite a few places into P3 with a 109.453. Good enough for third position. And guys are getting those final laps in here. Niru was happy with that bump in position. We got Snooker on another flyer. He will not improve on his time. We got a Red Bull coming. That's Monkey Mafia ready to set his first time to lap of the session. We got an Alfa Romeo of Kaz just about to start his as well. That'll be the final hot laps of the session. USGT is not going to make the line in time, so he won't be able to set a time for Haas. And Soy Loco will finish his final hot lap. Bumps himself up quite a few places, going second fastest overall with a 109.251, putting Ferrari on the front row as it stands right now. You can see a McLaren coming, that is Renan. He'll bump himself up a couple places into fifth with a 109.564. ZGS will stay where he's at. Guitar Maniac will stay where he's at, sitting on pole position for Williams as long as nobody tries to bump him off. We got Guitar Man coming across the line. Oh, and he was out of fuel. Here comes Monkey Mafia into P9 with a 109.978. On board with Kaz, good enough for P14 with a 110.650. On the mediums. And that'll do it. That looks like everybody set their time. Guitar Maniac sitting on pole position with a 109.001 in the Williams. He will take the front spot here in the final race of the East Coast Formula One Championship Season 1. Soy Loco sitting in the second place on the front row. Some very quick times here. Some very close times. So we'll see what happens here in the race. As I said, Guitar Maniac and Soy Loco locking out the front row. Unholy Red Eye taking third place for Racing Point. Niru taking fourth. Renan bumps himself up into P5. P6 goes to a reigning champion, Smith Pell. Detail in P7. P8 to ZGS, Monkey Mafia in P9. P10 is Labatt's in the Renault. P11 is Asylum. 12th is Fox. 13th, Dissection. 14th goes to Kaz in the Alfa Romeo. 15th goes to Caesar in the Ferrari. 16th, Guitar Man in the Mercedes. Snooker in P17. P18 goes to Raimai. P19, Dan King in the Alfa Romeo. Rounding out the grid, USGT in the Haas. Failing to set a time, but he may be looking to get some major positions here as the race starts. We're getting ready here. It was a nice qualifying session. Looking a little gloomy out there in Montreal. We'll see what the race has in store for us. Just got the weather report from the pit wall. The radar is showing quite a bit of a different weather system coming through here near the canal. It's cloudy to start. Partway through the race, it looks like it's going to open up a little bit. We're going to get some sunshine, and then potentially at the end of the race, we might see some rain. So we can see some crazy tire strategies here. We'll see what happens. This could be a very, very entertaining final race of the season. P2, I believe, is still up for grabs in the Constructors' Championship. I believe Haas is sitting P2 right now. Racing Point sitting P3. We'll see what happens there, but right now, the weather could play a huge factor in this race. Can make for some exciting viewing. Cars are sitting on the grid right now. Everyone doing their final setups, figuring out tire strategies. It'll play a huge part in the race as far as I said, tires go. You want to try and have the best tires with the most life. Timing is everything, but that potential for rain at the end of the race could be devastating to some. So we'll see how that plays out. Looks like we should be getting underway shortly. The countdown is starting. You can see the check marks filling up the right side of the screen. Guys are getting ready. Alright, and we're getting the formation lap underway as Guitar Maniac leads us off. You can see the cars weaving back and forth, getting heat into those tires. We'll see what everyone is starting on here. Well, the top portion of the grid is pretty filled up with those soft compound tires. You can see the red wall or red stripes. And then the bottom half of the grid starting on the mediums. So it looks like guys are going to be hopefully maybe trying to gain some time on that initial pit stop potentially. You can see the predicted pit stop strategies by Amazon Web Services. 2 stops across the board, a double soft medium or a soft double medium, which I don't think that's taking into account the potential rain later on. But we will see. Hopefully the track is warm enough to keep some heat into the tires here. And we'll cruise through the whole grid here. Renan in 5th. The champion, Smith Pell. P6 for Red Bull. Detail. P7. P8 is the ghost of ZGS. Monkey Mafia, the other half of the constructors winning Red Bull team. Labatt's in P10, Asylum in P11. Guys are getting a little close to each other here. Fox giving a little weave back and forth in the Haas. Dissection in P13, Kaz P14, 15th is Caesar in the Ferrari. Guitar Man is sitting in P16, and it's changed already. Soft, medium, hard, getting all the compounds in there. So we'll see how close Amazon Web Services is. Snooker is sitting in P17 in the Renault. Raimai in P18 in the AlphaTauri. P19 is Dan King, and rounding out the grid, last but not least, USGT in the Haas. Cars are slowing up, getting on their places in the grid. The Williams having the inside line is somewhat of a disadvantage here in Canada. But we'll see. Everything will come down to the start here, so we'll see what happens as the final cars are lining up on the grid. We're getting ready for lights out. Monkey Mafia cheering for himself and his teammate here. 3 red lights, 4 red lights, 5 red lights. And it's lights out, and away we go in Montreal. The final race. Guitar Maniac gets away quite well. No serious contact here through turn 1 and 2, which is quite surprising. Usually you can see some carbon fiber flying, but everything doing good so far. Guitar Maniac sitting still in P1. Soy Loco in P2, and Holy Red Eye is closing in quickly. Near right on the gearbox of the pink Mercedes. CGS managed to join back in the race. Good for him. We got some gaps or some position changes. We got a battle here. Wheel to wheel between Dissection and Fox. Oh! We got contact there. Oh, and more contact. A lot of bumping here as Fox nearly gets Kaz involved as well. We'll cruise a little bit further back. There is some... We got wheel to wheel here. Fox and Monkey Mafia. What are they going to do through the final chicane? Monkey Mafia will take the corner and... Oh, wheel to wheel action here. Niru and Unholy Red Eye. These guys are on each other's tails. Ooh, I better move back here. Labatt's is in the pits. Raimai hunt down Caesar in the Ferrari there. Gets a little bit deep. We'll see if he can recover. Some pretty close gaps here on track. Dan King might have had a bit of an issue there as yellow flag, but that is green again. Trying to keep an eye on the gaps here. Try not to miss anything if I can. Unholy Red Eye just slowing up a little bit here. Niru starting to open up that gap ever so slightly. Oh, Dan King had an issue for sure. He is missing his entire front wing. See, that'll be an early pit stop there for Dan King in the Alfa Romeo. Unholy Red Eye taking the first penalty of the session for exceeding track limits. As I said before, extremely easy here on this circuit. You have to be extremely well at taking those chicanes. Your line is everything, and it's very hard to take those at a good rate of speed, not losing time and not exceeding the limits of the track. And we'll cruise further back through the grid here. Details sitting in P8 for Racing Point, about 6/10 back at Dissection. He'll get DRS down that back straight. That helps close up the gaps a little bit. ZGS managed to join back. He lost a few positions early on with the ghosting of his car, but he's back and he's looking to push here, get closer to his teammates sitting up there at the top still. He's hunting down Guitar Man very quickly here. We'll hop on board there as they come through turn 2 and 3. Very hard dissection, taking a penalty for AlphaTauri. Got a yellow flag up in the hairpin. I don't know. It's Dan King. I must have had a spin or something there. It was unfortunate. On those new medium tires, struggling for grip. Ooh, I missed an overtake back here. Caesar getting by Snooker. ZGS is fighting Guitar Man here as they come into the hairpin. He's trying to take that inside line, and he will. He pushes him outside. I don't know who's going to have DRS here as they go wheel to wheel. It'll be ZGS. He'll pull away from the Mercedes with that help of the lesser downforce of the DRS. Kaz taking a penalty for exceeding track limits. Looks like Fox is going wheel to... Oh, and a bit of... What is... Oh, no, they got some contact there. Fox technically exceeded track limits, but I don't think that was due to his own driving. Him and Guitar Man were getting a little aggressive there, I think. Unless it was lag, it's hard to tell. Definitely some battling going on. We got some close gaps up here at the front. We got some battles happening. Dissection only 4/10 back Arenin and Detail hot on his tail. And Holy Red Eye also trying to close in Niru here. He will have DRS down the back straight. They both will actually, by the looks of it. We're gonna have a little DRS train happening here. Dissection looking to get past Renan, and he will. Renan's feeling the pressure here as Detail and Kaz are closing in on a bit of a lockup there from Renan and the McLaren. Niru taking a 3-second time penalty. Oh, Dissection must have had an issue. I missed that. Probably coming out of turn 2. It is a difficult corner to get the power down quickly. Unholy Red Eye coming up on Niru. He gives away to Niru there, which isn't a bad idea. It's hard to go too wide in that corner, and that could have been catastrophic. Lets him go by, and he will take the help of DRS here. Dissection dives into the hairpin on Renan, and he makes it stick. Although Dissection does have DRS, so he will pull away from the McLaren. A ton of DRS here in the back straight as they come through the corner with the wall of champions onto the pit straight. There's close gaps all over the track here as they head into turn 1. Ooh, and the Red Bull of Monkey Mafia almost getting into the back of Kaz, but he hangs on. He's pushing here. He'll concede a little bit. ZGS only 2/10 back on Monkey Mafia. Fox about half a second back on Caesar in the Ferrari. Soy Loco taking a 3-second time penalty for Ferrari. As I said, close gaps everywhere. Monkey Mafia cutting the corner a little bit. I don't know if you got a warning for that or not. It's hard to say. Sometimes you can get those corners just right. Ooh, Monkey Mafia almost getting into the back of Kaz there, as we'll get that DRS train rolling through the back straight here. Reenan might be a sitting duck here as Detail gets DRS. Reenan probably using a lot of ERS to defend here. Bit of a lockup as everyone gets DRS down the pit straight. Unholy Red Eye dove in for Racing Point, as did Monkey Mafia. Fox taking a 3-second time penalty for the Haas team. Unholy and Monkey going for brand new mediums again. They must be looking to stretch those to a good portion of the race. It's hard to say when that rain will come. Only time will tell. On board with Smith Pell here, the current drivers champion and member of the constructors team. We got a little three-way battle here between Snooker, Red Eye, and Fox. Fox's tires are probably nearing the end of their life, I would imagine. 7-lap old soft compound tires. Soy Loco diving into the pits, getting rid of those softs for a different tire. Smith Pell right on the gearbox of Niru. Smith Pell is on the mediums. Niru will be on pretty much worn out softs. So we'll see how long it takes for either Smith Pell to get by him on the track or for Niru to pit. Guys are swapping all over the place here. Caesar passes his teammate. So, oh, Unholy Red Eye tried to stick his nose in there and couldn't quite make it work. Snooker right behind Unholy Red Eye. As we're on board the Renault here, right by the front wing. As you can see, the Unholy Red Eye and the Racing Point kind of pulling away there. Snooker a little late on the power, is a difficult line to take through there. Fox taking advantage, slowly closing in. Smith Pell, I missed it. He gets by Niru, but Niru will dive into the pits. Dissection will make up a place, as will a couple other drivers. Oh, we got a spun McLaren. Asylum knocking off part of his wing there. That'll be an early unscheduled pit stop for him. We got drivers swapping all over the place by the looks of it here. Oh, Soy Loco gets the better end of that one there as he gets by Guitar Man. Kaz is in a drag race here with ZGS, and he'll get by him. As you can see, the penalties are starting to rack up for a good portion of the drivers on the grid here. Once again, easy to do. Unholy Red Eye was hunting down Guitar Man here, but he will hang on to that position for now. Oh! Some contact. Caesar gets late on the brakes, misses his braking point as he goes wheel to wheel with Niru here. They both get DRS. Detail getting a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Missed his braking point, headed in. Unholy Red Eye getting a good jump here on Guitar Man. And Niru coming up. Oh, and he goes up the inside. And he sticks it. What a move by Niru, getting a double overtake through turn 1 and 2. Fantastic driving from Mercedes. Taking advantage of those fresh mediums, getting a double overtake done. Great job by Niru. Unholy Red Eyes looking to get that position back as they head through the middle sector of the track. Fantastic driving here in the first third of the Canadian Grand Prix here in Montreal. We'll move down the grid a little bit, try to catch some other drivers here. Caesar is sitting 7/10 back of Guitar Man. He'll be looking to hunt him down here. Getting DRS down that decently long back straight. Fox taking a 3-second time penalty for Haas for exceeding the unforgiving track limits here. Soy Loco taking the fastest lap with a 1:12 for Ferrari. The Scuderia. USGT moved up quite a few spots already, sitting in P13. Monkey Mafia only 3/10 back of him. Guitar Man taking a 3-second time penalty. Oh, my apologies. Monkey Mafia closing it. Oh, and USGT shuts the door on him. Oh, we got some contact back there, I think. The Mercedes and the Ferrari. There's carbon fiber all over the track as Caesar takes off. We got some drag races happening down the pit straight. Looks like Reenan's going to make a move on USGT. And he sticks it. Moving up a place. Kaz diving into the pits for a brand new set of softs. Soy Loco taking a 3-second time penalty for the Scuderia. We'll see what happens here in this race. Snooker getting by Monkey Mafia. Making those mediums work. Niru still defending on a Holy Red Eye after making that double overtake there going into turn 1. Raimai making up a position on Guitar Man as he's in the pits. Snooker taking a 3-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. Raimai currently sitting in P17 after a pit stop on the softs. He'll be looking to probably swap those out again shortly here. It's hard to say. They'll definitely be having to look forward to the weather report. We got a 3-way battle here on the pit straight. Reenan getting past Snooker as he hunts down Monkey Mafia. Heavy on the brakes, taking a 3-second time penalty for exceeding track limits. Snooker getting close to the gearbox of the McLaren. But won't quite get it done. Heavy lockup. CGS taking a 3-second time penalty for track limits in the Williams. Monkey Mafia moving away a little bit from Reenan. Detail taking a 3-second time penalty for Racing Point. USGT currently in the pits. Wheel to wheel here, Fox and Labatt's. Fox will take it as USGT was coming out of the pits there, so he'll make up another position on him as well. USGT swapped out for the mediums. Fox is on the hards. Labatt's also on the hards, but he's been on those for a while, pretty much since the start of the race. Looks like Reenan's going to get DRS here on Monkey Mafia. Don't know if it'll be enough to catch him, though. He'll definitely close the gap, but won't catch up. Reenan had a good line through there, held some good speed. USGT 8/10 back from the Renault of Labatt's. Let's see how much he can close that up here on the back straight. Not a whole bunch. It looks like that Renault's got some good speed there. Ooh, missed a move up here. ZGS losing a position on Holy Red Eye. Guitar Maniac, ZGS's teammate on fresh mediums. Renan still back here, about half a second back from Monkey Mafia. Smith Pell going into the pits for some new soft tires. I wonder how that's going to play out in the strategy. I'm curious to see if we do get rain in this race or not. It's still quite sunny at the moment, but they were calling for rain later on. We are a little under halfway into the Canadian Grand Prix. Oh, as they go wheel to wheel here through turn 1 and 2. Renan gets the elbows out and sneaks through, gaining a position on Monkey Mafia and Red Bull. Kaz sneaks by Snooker, but at the expense of a 3-second penalty. Snooker on 15 lap old mediums. I don't know quite how long these tires last. It's been a while since I've raced in Canada, but I imagine those will be nearing the end of their life here. I don't know if Snooker... He still has his whole wing there, just had an off line there through the chicane as he comes through the final hairpin there. Good camera view, you can see a few cars flying through. Unholy Red Eye taking a 3-second time penalty. You can see those black and white squares if you're unfamiliar with the game in Formula 1. Those are all penalties down that side of the track, or down that side of the list, sorry. Labatt's in the Renault taking a 3-second time penalty. Let's see how the penalties are stacking up on the drivers here in Montreal. 6 seconds leading off with Soy Loco in first. 3 seconds, 3 seconds, 9 seconds. Quite a few more threes. Kaz sticking at 12, as is Fox. That is a huge disadvantage with those penalties. Unholy Red Eye and Smith Pell swapping positions. Or sorry, Guitar Maniac and Smith Pell, mind you. We'll get another DRS train cruising down the back straight here. We'll stick on board with these guys. Ooh, the Red Bull is cruising up on the Williams at a high rate of speed. Made that pass look easy with those soft tires as they head down into turn 1. Smith Pell was moving, set a purple third sector here on lap 17. CGS setting the fastest time with a 1:12.056. Raimai on 11 lap old soft tires. Those have got to be pretty much toast, I would think. Stick on board with him for a quick second here. I don't want to miss too much, but we'll see if he dives into the pits. And he does, head straight through into the pit lane. Niru and Dissection, we're going to drag race down the back straight here. And they hang on. Smith Pell is just flying on those softs. You can see the line that he took and the speed he come out of the final corner with. The Bat's taking another 3-second time penalty. A little bit of contact there. Smith Pell is showing the viewers here the clear difference in grip and speed between the tire compounds. Niru doing a very good job on those mediums, blurring that line between the tire compounds, I guess, so to speak, as I kind of bite my tongue there, but Smith Pell made up quite a few positions there after his pit stop, just solely on those, not to discount his skill, he is the driver's champion, but the soft tires do make a huge difference here. Monkey Mafia taking a 3-second time penalty for Red Bull as he's trying to hunt down Renan in the McLaren. Smith Pell, there he goes, getting the DRS down that straight. Niru taking a 3-second time penalty on that final left-hand turn of the chicane. Dissection taking a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. I believe that'll get served on his next pit stop if he has one, which he will need. He won't be able to push those soft tires for 16 laps, I don't think. ZGS on the gearbox of Monkey Mafia. The Williams really pushing there. Labatt's is on 18 lap old hard, so he'll be looking for a pit stop in probably the next 8 laps or so. If we don't get rain, ooh, we got a racing point of detail. Oh, he's missing some major portions of his wing there, and his tires aren't that old. That's unfortunate for the Racing Point team. Heavy lockup there. He'll be looking for an unscheduled pit stop, potentially another set of mediums. I don't know what he's got left for tires sitting in the garage, but we will find out right away here. ZGS was looking to make a move on Monkey Mafia, but couldn't quite get it done. But he will have DRS, and he's going to make a move here into turn 1. He'll get it done. Monkey Mafia losing a bit of grip there. Dan King taking a 3-second time penalty for Alfa Romeo. As ZGS sticks the move here on Monkey Mafia. And he'll be looking to pull away there. Guitar Maniac about 4/10 back on Niru in the Mercedes. He does have about half the wear on his tires, so we'll see if that makes a big difference here. Bit of a lockup there on that inside tire. He will get DRS here. He does have some ERS if he tends to burn it, which he won't. He'll just rely on that open wing and the minimal downforce there. Takes a good line through the final chicane. As he tries to close that gap on the Mercedes. We only have 4 drivers currently in the race without penalties. So I feel like if the gaps stay as they are, there's going to be some serious jumping around here in the final stages of the race. We got a yellow flag. Looks like everything's sorted out there in that second sector. This is one of the closer battles here. Smith Pell's hunting down Soy Loco. I'm thinking their pit stops are going to be very similar. So we're going to see shortly what's going to happen there. Ooh, he's making the move, and he gets it done. Down the back straight with the DRS. Taking more penalties, Soy Loco did at that final chicane, trying to keep the time down. Guitar Maniac also taking a 3-second time penalty in the hunt on Niru. ZGS. Oh, and Renan loses it. Oh, that was dangerous. As he smashes into the pit wall, completely destroying the front end of his car. Chaos coming out of the Wall of Champions, although it wasn't the wall that eventually wrecked a driver. Exactly the opposite, mind you. Renan trying to limp his car back to the pits as Unholy Red Eye will make up a position. Monkey Mafia is closing in quickly. Guitar and Niru still battling as we hop on board with Guitar Maniac. He won't get it done just yet, but he'll be looking to hurry it up here. Nero got a good exit on him. So it looks like Guitar Maniac will have to wait a little while longer to make up a position here. Gaps are opened up actually quite a bit on track. This is the closest one of the race at the moment. 6:10 separating third and fourth position. Guitar Maniac does have slightly less worn tires. Smith Pell and Soy Loco at the front. The pair of Haas cars in P10 and 11 cruising by Renan, putting on a new set of softs to finish out the race here. There is still sun in the sky here. Detail setting the fastest lap of the session with a 1:11.851 for Racing Point. Looking to get that extra point here in the final race of the season. Guitar Maniac still in the hunt for third place. Penalties for almost every single driver on the field except for USGT and Caesar in the Ferrari. Detail making up a position on him. I didn't notice that. Renan taking a 3-second time penalty for exceeding track limits in the McLaren. He's on brand new softs as they come in through that hairpin in front of the big crowd. The big grandstands here in Montreal. Oh, Guitar Maniac's only 2/10 back on Nero now. He's closed that gap up quite significantly. Nero's going to need a very good exit here to not be a sitting duck for Guitar Maniac. And it looks like he's closing in on him. And he does dip out to the inside as they go wheel to wheel. That is racing, folks, right there. As Guitar Maniac sticks the pass. Smith Pell and Soy Loco did pit at the same time, both for a brand new set of softs for their last stint here in the Canadian Grand Prix. Moving from... Ooh, they'll only lose... Ooh, they dip out of the pits right with each other. Smith Pell and Soy Loco only losing for essentially 2 positions each. Very good racing here. It'll be interesting to see what's going to happen in the final stages here. Smith Pell and Soy Loco, I think, are going to be looking to make up the positions that they had previously. Labatt's only 3/10 back on Kaz. Kaz does have the brand new softs. Labatt's is on 24-lap old hards. I'm thinking that he's going to be one to pit maybe, but maybe not. Maybe he's just not wanting to hopefully give up any more positions and stretch these right till the end of the race. Detail he was only a 10th back of Caesar, but Caesar opened up that gap a bit. Guitar Maniac taking a 3-second time penalty. Detail's trying to close that gap up to not lose DRS here, and I don't think he'll get it. Oh, Dan King spun in that final hairpin. Oh, Detail did manage to get close enough to get DRS. USGT swapping on a brand new set of softs for his final stint here in Montreal. Smith Pell closed up that gap in a hurry. He's only a 2.5 seconds back on Nero. Guitar Maniac and Nero sitting on the mediums with Soy Loco and Smith Pell hunting them down, and with those soft tires, ZGS is gonna need another pit stop, unfortunately, so he's gonna lose some spots here. Smith Pell's closing up that gap in a hurry. That was 4:10. Soy Loco setting the fastest lap with a 1:11.546. He's currently 2 seconds back on Smith Pell, but Smith Pell has gained it like an entire second here in this lap. I think that's showing the difference right now between obviously brand new tires and worn tires. Niru is going to be fighting hard to keep Smith Pell away. Smith Pell's going to have DRS down here on the back straight. And Niru may be a sitting duck. As he goes through the ghost, the guitar man, he won't quite catch him. Good wheel-to-wheel racing right here, but he will get by him coming into turn one. Soy Loco actually not too far behind. He was quite a ways back, but he gained some major time in this last lap. Smith Pell will get by Soy Loco now, hunting down Niru. Niru taking a 3-second time penalty. These drivers are going to jump absolutely everywhere on the field here. USGT hunting down the Ferrari of Caesar. As they come into the hairpin, Caesar goes a little bit deep in the Ferrari. That'll give USGT a bit of a jump and DRS here, so he should make this pass no problem at all. Soy Loco taking a 3-second time penalty as he's trying to catch Niru, and he does. Going around the outside of the hairpin, and he'll get it done. Is he going to have DRS, or is it going to be the Mercedes? It is Soy Loco, so he'll open up that gap even more. Only 2 seconds separating Smith Pell and Guitar Maniac. Can Guitar Maniac fend him off for another 5 laps? I don't think so. Smith Pell, 1:11.319, fastest lap for Red Bull. ZGS making up a spot on Niru. Niru dove into the pits, getting some fresh, soft tires on there. Loses a couple positions, but he may be able to make those up potentially if he can get out of those pits quick. USGT taking a 3-second time penalty. It's going to be interesting to see where all these drivers end up. Caselny, there he goes, getting by Fox. Fox isn't giving up too easy, but he is on the hard tires, and Kaz will make that move stick. Oh, detail. And USGT going wheel to wheel through turn 1 and 2, but USGT coming out on top with a slightly faster tire. Smith Pell is just under a second, or just over a second. Oh, we got a spun Renault of Labatt's completely destroying his wing on those 28 lap old hard tires. He was doing his best to push that car to the absolute end, and he wasn't able to quite make it happen. We got some other close gaps here. Detail only 8/10 back. Smith Pell, he's hunting down Guitar Maniac. Bit of a lock up there. He'll have DRS. He gets a really good exit here. He'll pass Guitar Maniac, no problem. Taking first place here in Montreal with 4 laps to go. We'll see what the penalties are looking like. Smith Pell only with 3 seconds at the moment. Guitar Maniac with 6. That'll drop him back quite a bit. Soy Loco taking 12 seconds of penalties. That may not make him change actually at all based on the penalties of the drivers prior to him. Do have some major penalties further down the grid too. 14 seconds, 12 seconds, a couple 15s. As you can see, as I mentioned before, and Caesar finally getting his first penalty of the session. That'll fill the grid. Everyone gets a penalty. You get a penalty. You get a penalty. Everyone gets penalties here in Montreal at Circuit Gilles Villeneuve. We got 3 laps remaining in the Canadian Grand Prix. And what an exciting one it's been. Niru closing in on the gearbox of ZGS, looking to make up. Ooh, makes a little bit of contact there. Little bump and run. He'll take over 4th position. Unholy Red Eye 8/10 back of Dissection as they head down that back straight through the final chicane onto the pit straight as they cross the line. And we'll cruise on back through the grid here, showing the remaining drivers. Monkey Mafia currently sitting P8, Kaz in P9, Fox hanging out in 10th position, Reenan in 11th in the McLaren, 12th is Snooker in the Renault, USGT is sitting in P13, P14 is the Racing Point of Detail, Caesar sitting in P15 in the Ferrari, Labatt's 16th, in the Renault after that spin and devastating crash. Taking off the front wing there. Guitar Man sitting in P17 for Mercedes. Raimai fighting strong in the AlphaTauri, and Dan King going a little bit deep into the hairpin there in the Alfa Romeo. Soy Loco sitting in 3rd position here, 4/10 back on Guitar Maniac. Dissection making a pass. Unholy Red Eye not taking it too easy though. As you can see, it is starting to get a little bit dark out there, but I don't think it's going to make a big difference. There is only 2 laps remaining here. I mean, essentially a lap and a half. Soy Loco, Monkey Mafia taking another 3-second time penalty for Red Bull. Unholy Red Eye making the pass on Dissection as he hunts down ZGS in a hurry. Oh, and he dips down the inside. Good move for Unholy Red Eye. ZGS shutting the door there. Goes down the inside. Does he make it stick? ZGS not letting it happen. There he goes. Dissection will make a move as well. He'll get by. Oh, maybe not. Will he get by ZGS? ZGS? Yeah, he will. We'll see which drivers get DRS here. Dissection and ZGS will. Oh, Dissection is closing in quick on Holy Red Eye. Very good job there. Soy Loco only 6/10 back on Guitar Maniac. He will have DRS here on the closing lap of the Canadian Grand Prix. You can see the rain starting to fall now, right at the very end of the race. Drivers couldn't have got any more lucky. Guitar Maniac really stretching out those mediums, fighting to the very end. Can he do it? Does he have enough to hang on to P2? He'll be using everything that Williams has. Soy Loco is on the gas and looks like he's gonna get the pass done on the final back straight here. Smith Pell crosses the line, winning the Canadian Grand Prix. Soy Loco in a drag race with Guitar Maniac, but he will pass him on penalties. As Niru is next across the line, Caesar will finish his race. Niru taking P4. Unholy Red Eye coming through the final chicane in P5. Monkey Mafia snuck by Dissection in the final corner. Oh no, Dissection ran out of fuel. Oh, and a spin by the Mercedes. Dissection taking a 5-second unserved penalty. What do we got here? We got Guitar Man in R. He's in R for race. Coming across the line. Here he goes. Can he get there? And he'll cross it just in time as Raimai comes across the line. Dan King coming around the final corner. And it is raining quite heavily now. Oh, and a big smash there. A little bit of chaos at the finish line, and that'll do it here for the Canadian Grand Prix. The final race in the inaugural season for the East Coast Formula One Championship. Driver of the day goes to USGT. Moving up a bunch of positions from the back of the grid for Haas. Fantastic driving today from the entire grid, as Smith Pell, the driver's champion, will win another race with Guitar Maniac and Soy Loco joining him on the podium. Getting that final spray of champagne for this Formula One season. What a great one it's been. Red Bull taking the Drivers' Championship and the Constructors. You can see Smith Pell standing on the top step of the podium with fastest lap as well. Guitar Maniac in second. Soy Loco taking third for Ferrari. Niru in fourth. Unholy Red Eye in fifth. Monkey Mafia P6. P7 ZGS. And then Dissection in P8. P9 goes to Kaz. 10th is Fox. 11th Snooker. 12th Renan, 13th USGT, up 7 positions. Detail taking 14th. 15th goes to Caesar. 16th to Labatt. 17th Raimai. 18th Guitar Man. Dan King taking 19th. And Asylum with a DNF. And that'll round out the grid. And that will finish the season here in Montreal. We're going to see if we can't get any of the guys in here for a quick interview. Just one moment here. All right. Alright, looks like we got Smith Pell in here, the winner of the race. Smith Pell take us through the final race of the season here. What a battle it was. Give us a bit of a breakdown.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I put a good lap in on mediums in quali, so I just said I'll just stick with it. And I figured I was hoping to be top 4, but I think I started 6th, which made it a lot of fun, right? Because then I get to go medium soft, which just is like full send, and no, you don't have to worry about your tires. You just drive it as hard as you can, and so the only little bit of tire management I did was like in the first stint because I was behind 3 or 4 cars on softs, and it was a DRS train, so that was it. And then from there it was just hit my change under the softs and go hard and do it twice. So it was a lot of fun because you get to overtake, and I do like this track. It's fun to race at too, so that's fun.
Yeah, that was you definitely had some good overtakes there, as you said. A fun strategy when you like you said, you don't got to worry about tires. You can just push them to their absolute limit the whole time. It was pretty interesting to see later on when you were closing in and sticking around Soy Loco there. Your guys' tires essentially wore out at the exact same time, him being on the mediums, you on the softs. So it was cool to see you both come out of the pit at the same time and battle to the end there.
Yeah, exactly. It was fun watching that gap. And then I still had I think 5 or 6 seconds to make up to Guitar in front, and I think it was Niru who was in second. So I think I might have been wrong on that, but when I came out of my last pit stop and they were on different strategies as well, right? I think Guitar pitted on like lap 14 from softs to mediums and went the rest of the way. So it's just kind of a fun race when you get to do that. It's like when you quali in 11th and you're pissed, but then you're really happy because you get to start on the other tire and have some fun in the race. So no, it made for a lot of fun.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, we will switch over here to the third place runner. Thanks, Smith, for joining us, and congrats on the final win. Congrats on the Drivers' and Constructors' Championship this season. Fantastic work. And
thank you very much.
We'll see you next season.
Absolutely. Thanks for doing this.
Most definitely.
Have a good one, guys.
You too.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Guitar Maniac, third place here in Canada. Fantastic driving.
Actually, I got second place.
Did you? Oh, yeah, sorry, you did. Right at that is right. At the finish line, you managed to snag second back on penalties. That's right.
Yeah, you had 6 seconds on me, or 6-second penalties.
That's right.
Over mine.
I didn't see what they were at the very end. Obviously, I knew you guys both had penalties, but I was.
I think he was at like 15 seconds, and I was at I think I had 6.
Okay, yeah, so a huge difference there. I was rude. Yeah. I was curious to see what was going to happen coming out of the hairpin. I was like, oh, hopefully Guitar has enough of a good exit that he can hang on to it, but
yeah,
it didn't matter in the end.
I was losing a bit of grip. My mediums are starting to go there, but yeah, one stop and I managed to snag second. And Smith Pell was behind me there for a bit, and I figured there's no chance in trying to fight him. He had fresher tires than me.
Yeah, he was on some softs on his final stint there.
Yeah.
But no, snagging second was very good. You definitely pushed those tires well. I didn't see who else had a one stop, but a one stop here in Canada is a heck of a strategy, that's for sure.
Oh yeah. But around lap, I think it was lap 12. I started noticing there Smith Pell was gradually catching up to me, and I was like, should I pit this lap? I was like, yeah, no. I probably could have made it another couple of laps on the softs, but I was just losing too much time to Smith, so I figured, you know what, just pit now. I think mediums will last to the end, so.
No, that's a good thing to pay attention to. It can definitely make a huge difference in the race.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, congrats on P2. Fantastic drive.
Yeah, and, thanks, Dan, and thanks for doing this for us. This is awesome to have a commentator.
Most definitely, it's been a pleasure. It's been a blast. And yeah, hopefully we'll see you next season.
Oh yeah, you'll see me there for sure.
Perfect. Thanks,
Awesome.
man.
Have a good one.
You too.
Yeah. Bye.
That was Guitar Maniac for Williams. And that'll do it here for the inaugural season in the East Coast Formula One Championship. Smith Pell taking the Drivers' Championship. His teammate, Monkey Mafia, joining him with the Constructors. Fantastic driving by everyone here in the league. And this is Jeep for Life signing off, and we'll see you again next season.